Hello, my dear collective. Welcome to Night of Music Channeling. Today's song for today's reading is let's see. A couple of minutes. Okay, it's a very famous song. It's very trending right now. Okay, it's by Olivia Dean. Love her. She is awesome. I'm actually right now just tuning into another message, Gabriella. Okay, so your name could be Gabriella. Their name could be Gabriella. 2025. Pisces Sun, Pisces placement. Just Google what a Pisces is. Okay, you know what it is. If it matches your vibe, your person's vibe, take that into account. Okay, so I got this tune on the 20th. So that's yesterday. Let's see what's up. Okay, I used to do this like I tried it, but it's pretty hard to find the meaning of the artist's song because usually nothing is there. So I just go with channel messages or pull the cards out. But I felt led to Google what the artist meant by this song. It seems to be quite personal to her. Okay, she says it's a reflective ballad about the fleeting moment of reconnecting with somebody who means everything. Okay, in the song, Olivia Dean sings about the raw intimacy of a brief reunion, just enough time to feel the weight of the old memories, yet not enough to fully relive them. She explores feeling of care, closure, and the quiet comfort of knowing love was never wasted, even when it couldn't last. Okay, so basically, just like she says, just like they wrote it. Okay, on genius.com, you and this person could have like a brief reunion, or will have a brief reunion, and felt like what you guys had, it wasn't in vain, it wasn't wasted. Okay, so this is giving me like love was not lost. For some, it might even feel bittersweet, loving a person knowing that you have to end it because the ending is here. Okay, channel message. So yeah, let's pull a card. Let's pull some cards of what is relevant. Okay, we got precise. So some of you guys, this really hits the mark. For others, it doesn't, and I feel like it goes both ways. You might feel like, yeah, this is what was needed, but your person might be like, they're not there yet. They're still not processing in it fully enough to like let it go. You might be okay to let it go, but they're still in the motion of doing so. Or they don't accept it and they're like, we're about to try this again. I don't like somebody doesn't like the ending, okay? Because they feel trapped, they feel stuck, okay? And based on the cards that are coming out, this could be a masculine and man that feels stuck. The fact that even though he knows that the ending has come, maybe he has a hard time processing it and letting it go. Okay, it could also be feminine because it's a feminine thing singing this tune, but I do feel like the feminines are more at peace than the masculine, if that makes sense. Okay. So we got this one here. A lot of you guys, how do I say this? There was a mutual agreement, but now somebody wants to rewrite what you guys agreed upon. Yes, we had a reunion, it was an ending, and they're like, I'm fine. But then a year later, they're like, no, I'm not fine. I need to make sure I'm really fine. Hence why I need to see you again. We need to talk again. That type of energy. And you might be like, I thought we were fine. And this person might be like, I thought I was fine too, but I'm not fine. That's the energy I'm getting here. And that's for some of you guys, a small portion, okay? You read what the artist said. I channeled what I said in the beginning, okay? So make it make sense. A lot of them really thought that they could just be amicable, cordial about this. A lot of these soulmates of you guys that you dealt with, collective, I don't feel like you're dealing with them, but that you dealt with, but some of them are having a hard time, okay? it's like they get it, but they don't want to get it. Like they know it's over, but it's kind of like, is it really though? Or maybe they were over it, because someone's getting the energy of like, okay, I understand that we need to go separate ways, right? Then a month later, a year later, and this is not on some karmic stuff. This is not on some toxic stuff. Somebody just had the realization of like, I thought I was over them, but I'm not. It kind of hits them like a ton of bricks. It came out of nowhere, left field, and they're like, why am I so... Am I really over them? Somebody's in that type of energy, okay? I don't know who, you or them, but I kind of feel like it's them, if I make it make sense, okay? We got this one here. Yeah, somebody's still hurt. And somebody's very good at masking, hiding their hurt and pain, okay? To be quite honest, the hurting seems to have evolved into some sort of heartbreak. I don't even know how that is possible. Yeah. Oh my God. Somebody feels betrayed. Because I'm tuning into a scenario where it's like, okay, we need to go separate. Like I said before, separate ways, ending this. I don't think we're good for each other. I need to do this. And so forth. And it's kind of like there was no yelling and screaming. It was kind of like you guys have hit your breaking point. So it's like full understanding, right? Obviously, they could be having moments where they're like, I miss you and you miss them, but there was never any action. This time, somebody is like, oh my God, this is affecting me more than I realized. I need to see them. I need to see collective. Something needs to be orchestrated, situated, because somebody really here is like, oh yeah, it hurt, but now somebody's like, I'm fucking heartbroken. Maybe somebody had like a delayed reaction and it took them like months or a year to realize this shit, I'm fucking hurt. This is for somebody, okay? Now, the artist, the song in question is very much like, when I heard it the first time, it's going back to somebody that you know that you have had an ending. It's like returning to your ex, knowing that you shouldn't really return to your ex, but you're there because you're still like not over it, and you just kind of want to see if there's some hope left. That's what the song gave me when I first read it, but we read her personal description of what it really meant, right? If I were to go by the lyrics, I feel like it's much more accurate for those that feel like, no, I'm still not over it. I'm still actually hurt. And it's not even hurt. I'm heartbroken. Somebody do feel betrayed though. It's like somebody has like it clicks to them like, oh my God, in the ending that was mutual, in the ending that was full of understanding at the time of the separation, somebody's now like, I feel betrayed, I kind of feel rejected, I kind of feel abandoned, and I feel heartbroken by this. I feel like somebody had a little bit more hope or wish fulfillment of like, maybe it wasn't really the end, but it was, and now somebody's like, that shit hurts. Okay? And if we're gonna go lyric for lyric, I feel like that will resonate with the person that feels like, I'm in a heartbroken stage now because we're not together, right? It's actually over. You're done, okay? So basically what they want to do is try again because they haven't been over it and they're not over it. Or they're having a hard time processing it, number one, and number two, they feel stuck. And for some, it is not only they feel stuck because they were having a hard time processing it. That's one thing. The other thing is somebody has gone from, oh, I'm just hurt, to heartbroken. Okay, some of you guys are dealing with people that have a hard time processing, and some of you guys are dealing with people that had a delayed reaction. I'm not just hurt, I'm heartbroken now. Okay? So they want to try to fix this. Now, again, up to everyone what they want to do. Okay. Now, obviously, it'd be kind of weird if they want to come in and be like, I'm hurt, I'm heartbroken, when you guys agreed upon going the separate ways. It would be weird to you if somebody were to be like, yo, a month later or a year later, like, I'm still hurt, heartbroken, and you would probably look at them like, what the heck do you mean? I thought we agreed, or I thought it was okay that we went separate ways. And then the person is going to be like, I thought so too. Okay. Now, this is the thing. This card came out like this. For a lot of you guys, it is the realization that what they felt, or what they have for you is love. For others, it's not that. Okay. For others, it's something else. I feel like for others, it has to do with the fact that they're not healthy, they're not healed, and this is probably the person that feels like triggered by their abandonment issues, and this is why they're having a hard time processing or having a hard time letting this go, or feeling stuck, right? It's not because they're in love with you or they love you, because again, I am tuning into mutual agreement to go separate ways. It's the fact that they feel neglected, that in their heart space, in their mind, they had hope and they were wishing, thinking that you will also go in the same route, but you never did, and now they feel left alone. This person needs to heal. This person needs to go to therapy. This person needs to work on personal development and their emotional healing. Okay? And you can't do that. And this is why they're having a hard time letting you go. This is where they're having a hard time walking away. In their head, though, they think that it was because they, this is the best thing they could ever get. This is the only thing they could ever have. But it is because of their mental state, the emotional regulation, the lack of awareness of how to handle personal interactions. Maybe they're having a hard time doing that. Okay. But this is the thing, you would know the difference. Like if somebody comes back to you and feel like they feel sad and neglected, that's one thing, and hoping to make this work. But this is the thing, if they revert back to the reason why you guys needed to go separate ways, you would know that, oh, it was not meant to be. My personal take is this: when you reunite with somebody and the love is there, and it's not just like on some impulsive, how do I say this? I'm don't leave me, I feel worthless, or I feel abandoned, or like in a desperate energy. To make this very clear for everyone watching for, when you reunite with somebody, it's supposed to be in a sense of clarity and peace, not based on desperation and not based on selfishness. You get me? You can reunite with somebody and they could be like, you know what? I see where you're coming from. Go in peace and so on. But if they want to have like the last word, or if they want to be reassured, it kind of feels like a caretaker vibe. Now you've gone from needing to care for this person, almost like a momager, almost like a mother. You get me? So they can feel like good and not being abandoned. But this is the thing, though, you're not their mother. You get me? You were their partner. So if they're coming back to get reassurance and not feel abandoned, it will not be fixed with you, because this is their problem, right? But for the rest of you guys, it has to do with love. The realization that this is love, and it's not gonna, when you guys reunite, there will not be questions of like, it will not be the same, because a lot of people reunite because of they're feeling like alone, being in your head, not know how to process regulating emotions, right? Abandonment issues, mental health, all that plays. It's all mixed, right? When you reunite with somebody and it is for love, okay, Take Nelly and Ashanti, okay? They were like a strong couple that went through ups and downs. They were separated for 10 years, right? 10 years. Nelly even went on to marry somebody, have kids with other people, and Ashanti went on to live her best feminine life. At some point, the universe correlated, they met, right? And I believe not even once, they reached out to each other. They were in that space where when they were over for life in such a way where like they even hated each other. Okay, so there was no going back, none of that. When they reunited, they even said themselves, it wouldn't have worked like 5 years ago or even 8 years ago. They needed time to evolve. They needed time to know who they were before they can come back together. Okay, so for some of you guys, your soulmate, if they have abandonment issues, they might need that fucking 10 years to not be codependent on you, right? But for some of you guys, it's not that, it's this fact that you guys needed your space and you guys can come together within a month, within a year, okay? Because it's based on something that is more than just selfishness. It's more than just I feel neglected and abandonment. When you love somebody, when there's love there and you don't think about yourself, that's what I mean. The reunion will work. But if you're like, they're coming in with disparate energy, they feel abandoned, they're bringing up the past, and all of that is still something they need to work on in terms of their mental health, their personal development. It's not for you to take care of. Right? You can come together with somebody and you can be like, yeah, I get it. But if you are the caretaker and maybe that was the reason you get separated, it's going to be the same cycle again. And I don't know if it's worth it. Like, I feel like some of you guys soulmates need that 10-year healing space. Okay? And you guys saw it in real life. If you know who Nelly and Ashanti is. But like, a lot of people don't clock that. A lot of people say they're healed after a month, after a year, after 5 years. But if they still do the same bullshit, if they still react the same way, it's obviously something is not healed. You get me? Okay? So there is that. Some of you guys are going to get reunited and it's going to be healthy and it's going to be love-based. And for some, the reunion is going to be based because this person haven't worked on themselves and they're still struggling, and it's going to come off desperate, them needing to have like some healing space, time for themselves, personal development, maybe even a mental evaluation because of their abandonment issues, the neglect and all that, and having issues with rejection. You know, there is a difference. There's a difference coming back in and you feel like there is balance between you and your person, but then there's also this difference where it's like you need to take care of your person, and then that's where I draw the line. That's where the issue is for me. For you guys, right? You can come in and be like, take care of me, and you open to do so, but at what cost? You separate for a reason, but if somebody's like, I want to come in and love is more than just take care of me, take care of my mental space, take care of who I am. A lot of people don't know what love is. They don't know what love is, and they don't know what unconditional love is. Anyways, so we're about to wrap it up. I don't have no initials right now. I usually do initials here, but I'm on my moon cycle, so we're about to wrap that up. Okay. Ooh. I wanted to bring other cards, but we're gonna wrap it up. Okay. Okay. Ooh. There we go. So for those who are watching, thank you for stopping by. Hopefully it makes sense. So we got this one here, luck. So for a lot of you guys, it's gonna go in your favor, okay? Now if somebody comes in and wanna be like, I wanna have children and wanna get onto the baby making very quickly, I need you to assess the situation. Okay? Because somebody will come in like, oh, we can like have a family now, want to get you pregnant. Don't, just be aware, okay? Because given like if I get her pregnant, if I get him pregnant, then they will stay. And I feel like it is from the person that has issues with rejection, abandonment issues, and neglect. Okay? Don't be a mommy or a daddy to your soulmate, okay? They have to take care of themselves. Because listen, when I talk about the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the King of Swords, like, nobody's perfect, but this is the thing. There is a limit where you can like deal with, right? And I believe separations happens for personal development. Any type of separation. Separation from your siblings, your friends, your past people, co-workers, job, lovers, whomever, right? There is some reason why there needs to be separation. Like people only work when they don't need to be separated. And sometimes you even need separation when you're in a relationship. You know how people be like, I'm with my partner and he has his own apartment. He has his own bathroom. He has his own room. Right. Separation is needed for emotional regulation and development. Like it is needed. Which makes me also think about, this is going to sound a little bit toxic, but those people that fall in love with you more because you don't want to, because you're not on them, it's going to sound toxic, but it's one of those, that chaser running dynamic. If I'm leaving them alone, they're going to go after me. But if I'm on them, they're going to love me less. Some people think like that. Oh, she or he didn't chase me, so now I'm chasing them. Now I love them more because she stopped loving me less. It's toxic, but it's a form of separation. You get me? A lot of you guys are going to get clarity. A lot of you guys are going to peep what's real. Like you only deal with what you want to deal with. You're not here to be somebody's mom or dad. On that note, somebody definitely do have mom-dad issues. Okay? I'm sorry I'm not bringing the initials. I just don't want to. Okay? So, until next time.